We're back. You're watching the Cowboys Fan Show. Tyler Ortega, Scott Jeter, and our fan of the week, Adriel Villa. Now, let's have a look at this upcoming matchup against Philadelphia. It's Philadelphia at Dallas. Early lines in Vegas have the Cowboys favored by 4.5. Now, this one going down on Sunday Night Football. Kickoff at 6:30 on NBC. So it's going to be fighting The Walking Dead for some viewers. But everybody knows, Dallas, Philadelphia, this is a must-watch. So, Scott, this is where we let's get your keys to the game.
Keys to the game. I think I went with number one is win the turnover battle. So I don't think that Philadelphia's got the offensive firepower right now to match us. I mean, they're doing a lot better job of running the ball than passing the ball, to be honest with you. So that's another one. Is we got to stop the run. But if we just you saw what they did in Minnesota last week. 4 turnovers. They were only able to score 21 points. One of those was a special teams touchdown, so they were only able to put 14 points up. If we don't give them this ball and we don't give them the opportunities, I think that our defensive backs are going to be some of the better defensive backs that Carson Wentz is going to have to play against all year. I don't see him able to put up enough points to beat us. You know what I mean? So, yeah, number one, don't give them the ball. Don't cough it up.
Number one. So your second key, you have win in the trenches. Break that down for us.
Win in the trenches. Well, they have a really good front seven. So their front seven's probably one of the best in the league defensively. Like I said, again, you want to go back to the tape and see what they did in Minnesota. They were just dominant. Granted, Minnesota has a patchwork offensive line right now, and we don't. Which means that we've got to play better ball than that. We've got to win in the trenches. So our offensive line's got to control their defensive line, and vice versa. I just touched on it a little bit, and I get a little confused. I kind of jumble these keys a little bit together, but they're doing a much better job of running the ball and just controlling the games than they are of passing the ball. So if we just win in the trenches, then we're going to win this game. I mean, if our defensive line can stop their run and we can force Carson Wentz to have to go over the top, and he's a rookie quarterback still making rookie mistakes in the last couple of weeks, going against Brandon Carr, Anthony Brown, Mo Claiborne, and now Orlando Scandrick, I think that we win that key number one, that turnover battle. I think we pick him off a couple of times, and I think it makes this a very winnable game for us.
Nice. Now, you were just saying you want to make Wentz beat us through the air. Now, that's actually your third key to the game. You want us to run the ball, control the clock, kind of like we did against Cincinnati. Get out to that early lead, force the opposing quarterback to throw the ball. And like you said, we've seen Wentz make those mistakes. The Dallas secondary has played just out of their minds recently.
Yeah, absolutely right.
And then you have a bonus key for us this week.
I do have a bonus key, So special teams. Philadelphia has scored 7 points the last 2 weeks in a row on special teams. So we can't give them easy scores. So, I mean, these keys all kind of, they roll into each other. I mean, key ones, you got to win the turnover battle. You do that by making Carson Wentz throw, and you do that by winning in the trenches. You know what I mean? And as long as we keep those 3 keys in play and we don't let them score on us on special teams, or we don't give them any ridiculous scores. I mean, like if Dax doesn't throw a pick 6 or anything, I don't see these guys putting points up on us, and I do believe that we can run the ball on them. Okay, so these guys, and I got a couple of notes here, they're 14th in the league against the run. Okay, so they have a top 10 defense, but they're mid-tier against the run, but they're 5th against the pass. So this plays to our strengths this week. So if we go out there and we just we stick to these keys and we run the ball and we play conservatively and we don't cough it up, we should still be able to score about as many points as we normally do. Absolutely. And I don't see them getting off on us at all.
Well, the Dallas as a whole, they put up 191 rush yards on the Green Bay Packers, who were the #1 rush defense in the league.
43 a game.
Yeah, so I really don't think that the Cowboys are going to have any problem running the ball this week. Adriel, what do the Dallas Cowboys have to do to beat the Eagles this week?
As we've said it all year, and as the Dallas Cowboys have done it all year, time of possession.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they have one of the highest time of the possession from each play to play. They're allowing their offense to get started. They're allowing to establish the play they're getting to. They're capitalizing on every time they're in the red zone.
Yeah.
I want to say biggest thing is going to be time possession.
Really good on third down. You're right. Keeping drives extended.
Yeah. Absolutely. Time possession. I think this is going to be an easy one for Dallas. They're just coming off a bye. They're rested up. I'm pretty sure Jerry Jones has a lot to say to his team for winning, and everyone's so to call it eating good at this time.
Yeah.
So I want to say the major thing, top thing is time of possession. If you keep that ball, run down the clock, you're making possessions. Ezekiel's getting first downs. Dak Prescott's even running or possibly even throwing it to Beasley or Williams. Getting that extended time clock that we need, allowing our players to rest up in between every play. It's going to be time possession for this one, absolutely.
You know, they say
That's a
the
good key.
best offense is a good defense. You know, keep those guys off the field. Let them rest up. You don't want that defense to get torched. We'll be right back after the break with our predictions for this week's matchup against Philadelphia. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Cowboys Fan Show.